check me good. You on the camera? I got a gun in my nut. Check me good. I got a gun. All right, y'all let me in that car. Shoot myself dead. Y'all fire. Sue all that.
Under the bed.
Search by the FBI after the Bureau executed federal search warrants in California, Las Vegas, and Arizona.
The warrants were made in connection to investigations around, quote, allegations of criminal
legal challenges remains the backdrop for an evolving narrative centered around one of its biggest stars, Lil Baby. The starting point for this story, as it has been for months, traces back to the tragic July 2024 shooting that claimed the lives of 2 teenagers. This devastating act of violence was quickly investigated by authorities and linked to alleged ongoing conflicts between rival groups, notably 4PF, the collective closely associated with Lil Baby, and OMF. The tension was reportedly heightened by an incident in May 2024 when Lil Baby filmed a music video in territory allegedly controlled by OMF, an act some perceived as a territorial challenge. While Lil Baby himself was not present during the fatal July shooting and was not injured in the May video incident, the fact that his name surfaced in connection with the events leading up to the violence reportedly
Prosecutors did. They tacked on gang charges on top of the murder. And they did that specifically to tie this or PF. It's a pattern here. Whenever a shooting or act of violence happens, it's not enough to just charge the person with the crime individually. No, they tack on gang charges. So it can be on record that this murder was done under 4PF's behalf to further the game. And Keontae Davis was used by the prosecutor to identify 4PF as a gang.
Mentioned in the arrest warrants for the 7 individuals charged in the double homicide placed him under intense scrutiny. The arrests of these 7 individuals were a significant step by law enforcement, focusing the immediate legal process on those directly accused of the shooting. However, the broader context, the alleged gang, conflict, the YSL RICO case precedent highlighting law enforcement's focus on the intersection of music and street organizations, and the mention of Lil Baby's association fueled widespread speculation about a potential larger investigation. Would authorities pursue a RICO case against 4PF, and if so, what would that mean for Lil Baby? This speculation has been a constant undercurrent, keeping the artist's name in headlines and legal discussions. But now, the situation has taken a turn so shocking, so deeply disturbing, that it threatens to overshadow even the serious
shooting in an apartment complex that took the life of 2 teenagers. And they're blaming that on Lil Baby. So I don't understand, like, you could try to say what he did might have angered somebody, whatever, but if I tell fuck you, and you try to shoot me and you end up hitting everybody behind me, how the fuck am I getting charged with you shooting at me? I don't necessarily see, because when it all came out, I thought they were trying to allege that his group.
legal speculation. Unverified, horrifying claim has begun circulating online, spreading rapidly across social media platforms and into the darker corners of the internet. Alleged footage, purportedly released by the FBI, showing Lil Baby behind bars and allegedly experiencing abuse by other inmates. Let's be absolutely clear, and this cannot be stressed enough, as of late April 2025, there is no credible evidence, no official confirmation, and no reports from reputable sources indicating that Lil Baby has been arrested, is incarcerated, or that the FBI has released any footage of him in prison, let alone footage depicting him being abused. The claim circulating online appears to be a deeply disturbing and likely fabricated rumor. However, the claim itself, the narrative that such footage exists and is circulating, has created a new layer of panic and
they're coming through the hood in his bulletproof trucks, in his fucking like millions of dollars, bringing so much chaos to it, and then leaving to go back to his mansion. Meaning, you came in that neighborhood knowing that you had issues with those people, but you was filming this shit to taunt them, and then they slid and shot. You feel me? And shot up like the filming, but it's just a fucked up optics of this multi-millionaire coming through in his gold, leaving so much chaos behind for the people who actually live in those environments to deal with, and then you leaving. You got to be held accountable for that, bro.
I do agree with that. Like, I do think that the optics of it are fucked up, and I do think it's crazy when these rich rappers who made it out of these communities return only to add more disarray. That shit is fucked up, bro. I agree.
Free them
Yeah,
niggas.
man. Feel me?
But yeah, free them.
Right, but bro, bro, and Baby too thinking like he could dodge the RICO by changing his like fucking like his like label name to like Glass Windows, and then changing his like crew name to CBFW. It's kind of like, bro, you are stupid to think that like, oh yeah, I changed my record label's name, I changed my click name. Oh yeah, that's gonna dodge the RICO.
Outrage, demonstrating the power of online misinformation to generate chaos and fear. Imagine the sheer horror and disbelief if you were to see headlines or social media posts claiming this. The combination of FBI, Lil Baby, behind bars, and abused is designed for maximum shock value. The idea that a global superstar known for his success and influence could be in such a vulnerable and dangerous position, purportedly captured on video and leaked, is a terrifying thought. The speed at which such a disturbing claim can spread online is alarming. People are sharing the rumor, reacting with outrage and fear, and fueling the virality of something that, based on available credible information, is simply not true. This is beyond messed up. You might hear Lil Baby say, his voice tight with anger and a profound sense of violation, reacting.
You know what's crazy also, and this news just broke today, and once again, innocent until proven guilty, but they're saying that the new target of the DA in Atlanta is actually Lil Baby and Four Pockets Full. And there was a clip that's circulating.
Vlad, what do you, if you got black dudes, right? Black niggas with money, right? And we in the neighborhood, right? We come from the bottom of the bottom. We from the neighborhood that we not.
To the disturbing rumor. Behind bars, and getting abused? Who in their right mind makes something like that up? He might express disbelief that people would even consider believing such a thing. I'm right here, not in jail, not abused. I'm dealing with enough already with all the speculation about the shooting and the RICO stuff, trying to focus on my work, my family, and now this. Someone is actively trying to create the most horrific, untrue story possible about me. The depth of the lie, the personal and physical nature of the alleged abuse adds a layer of cruelty that must be incredibly difficult to process. It's like they want to see me suffer, or worse. Why would anyone do this? The virality of this claim highlights the dangerous reality of online misinformation, especially when it targets high-profile individuals already facing legal.
Why should I get searched, right? So I spun back around. So everybody else spun back around me. We went towards Chelsea. West Side Highway, right? Hip hop police was so crazy, bro. Every car got pulled over simultaneously. Every car went a different direction. Every car got pulled over simultaneously. I got pulled over on the west side. My friends got pulled over here. They got pulled over here. They got hit. They're watching, bro. They're watching.
Scrutiny preys on the existing tension and speculation, adding a fabricated, deeply personal, and highly emotional element. It doesn't matter that the claim lacks official confirmation or contradicts the known facts about his legal status. The sheer shock value is enough to make it spread like wildfire. This puts immense pressure not only on Lil Baby, but also on his team, who have to work tirelessly to debunk a rumor that is both widely shared and deeply disturbing. My people are calling me worried sick. He might continue, his voice softening slightly as he talks about the impact on his loved ones. My mama, thinking about her seeing something like this, even a fake story. It's messed up. It's not just my name they're playing with anymore. It's my life, my safety, my family's peace of mind. This isn't just speculation or rumors anymore. This feels like a direct, cruel attack.
Says they're trying to say that Lil Baby is going to get indicted. We all know how that goes in Atlanta. Those prosecutors can't get out of their own way. Another clown show if that happens. Shout out to Brad, man. We talk often in the DMs, and he's coming out to do an interview with me in LA soon, probably next week or so. But Brad is sitting back like a lot of us, just observing what's going on. He sees the Atlanta police chief tells Lil Baby.
And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
We're gonna hold you and your associates accountable because Lil Baby filming a music video in the hood of a rival, and the music video got shot up. So Baby and them responded back by shooting and killing one of the rivals, and then the rivals responded back by shooting and killing two 13-year-olds. Atlanta PD is blaming Lil Baby for that, claiming that Lil Baby is responsible because he filmed a music video in Goodfellas territory. And then we sit back and we watch.
He might talk about the feeling of vulnerability that comes with such a deeply personal and harmful rumor being circulated. You feel exposed, even when it's not true, like someone is trying to put you in a dangerous place just by talking about it. As of late April 2025, the credible reports regarding Lil Baby's legal situation stemming from the July 2024 shooting and the associated events indicate that the 7 individuals initially arrested are the focus of the ongoing legal process, while the possibility of a broader RICO investigation involving 4PF is a subject of ongoing speculation. There have been no official charges filed against Lil Baby himself related to this incident or a RICO case. This is the crucial fact that directly contradicts the premise of the FBI footage of him behind bars rumor. He is not currently facing charges that would result in him being
gang war. The attorney for Lil Baby called those claims complete and total nonsense and added that his client had absolutely nothing to do with those shootings. During cross-examination today, defense attorney Brian Tevis criticized the investigation and claimed that investigators did not have any evidence that proves his client was involved or even in a gang.
I've been photographed with Chief Justice John Roberts. Am I a member of the Supreme Court?
Is the Supreme Court a gang?
Well, they're affiliated in fact. There's 3 or more members, and if any of them commits a crime, you would say they're in a gang, right?
If they commit criminal street gang activity.
That's a good argument, but that argument isn't being used on Lil Baby's behalf because Lil Baby is like the gang leader of 4PF. He is the leader. That's being used on one of the members of Lil Baby's ops, Goodfellas, right? They're all in right now on a RICO. One of the dudes, his lawyer, who's currently representing him, he wasn't even present when the 2 13-year-olds got killed. But because he hangs with these dudes, because he's a part of, I guess, whatever they got going on, he's now dragged in on a RICO and he's being charged as well for the murder of 2 13-year-olds.
Yeah, some of the back and forth that we saw during cross-examination.
Being incarcerated, according to publicly available credible information. This makes the viral claim about footage of him in prison and being abused highly improbable and indicative of fabricated content. The contrast between the slow, evidence-based process of the legal system and the rapid, often fact-free spread of information online is stark. While prosecutors build cases based on evidence presented in court, the internet rumor mill operates on shock value and speed. A claim as disturbing as footage of an artist being abused in prison, however untrue, taps into deep-seated fears and can generate widespread outrage and sharing before the truth can even begin to catch up. It makes you wonder what people are capable of, he might muse, reflecting on the malicious nature of the rumor. Creating something like this, something so personal and so harmful, it's not just about being famous anymore. It's about being—
that quote-unquote disappeared on Instagram for you is still being hosted. And they was able to pull the messages that was sent in disappearing mode, self-snitching, and use it to indict them on a RICO. Oh my, yo, the streets is cold, bro.
All right, this is what's coming up now is already admitted into evidence. Is this the message that was sent?
It is.
And so that was Martavius Smith sent that to Mr. Sanders.
He did.
All right, now, what was significant about that to you?
I knew that John Smith was a close associate of the leader of 4PF, Dominique Lil Baby Jones.
And 4PF, as you testified already, was a gang that you recognized as being in a rivalry with the Goodfellas, and in particular the only My Family subset of the Goodfellas?
And their associates, yes.
Okay. And how did you know this about John J. Shot Smith, that he was a member of 4PF?
He can be seen out there.
A target for anything and everything. It's mentally draining, constantly having to push back against lies that are designed to hurt you in the worst possible way. He might speak about the challenge of trying to maintain his focus and creativity amidst such chaos. How are you supposed to make music, tell your story, inspire people when you're constantly fighting off narratives that say you're in jail or worse? This situation underscores the extreme pressures faced by public figures, particularly those from environments that are already subject to intense scrutiny. The combination of existing legal speculation, the precedent set by cases like YSL, and the added layer of deeply personal, fabricated online rumors creates a perfect storm of stress and potential damage. The ethical implications of spreading such rumors, even in the context of discussing legal developments, are significant.
And they're going to include you as a gang leader and say that you are the catalyst for a gang war that had nothing to do with you. These people cold, man.
All right. So the music video, is that something that you've seen?
It is.
Where'd you see it?
I believe it was on the YouTube account belonging to Mr. Smith.
All right, and permission to publish a brief clip of that video, Your Honor.
Granted.
All right.
We're gonna play a
Now,
video.
Investigator Vivarito, if you'll look at the, there we go, at the monitor in front of you. Is this the music video that you were referring to?
I'd have to see the title of it.
This beat go crazy. J Shot Who Want Problems music video?
Yes, that's the one I'm referring to.
All right. And there are certain shots of this video that are at the 1043 Spark.
Highlights the responsibility of media outlets and individuals on social media to verify information before sharing, especially when it involves sensitive and potentially harmful claims about someone's safety and legal status. The speculation surrounding Lil Baby and the potential for a RICO case, while serious, operates within the framework of the legal system. This new layer of a viral rumor about him being incarcerated and abused exists outside that framework in the uncontrolled world of online misinformation. It adds a disturbing personal dimension to the narrative, preying on fears and generating an emotional response based on an unverified claim as of late April 2025. The official reality is that the legal focus remains on the 7 individuals charged in the July 2024 shooting, and while a broader investigation is a subject of discussion, Lil Baby is
facing up to 20 years in prison after a federal gun charge has been placed on him. So let me run you down the story.
Is not currently facing official charges that would place him behind bars. This fact is crucial to understanding the likely fabricated nature of the viral behind bars footage claim. The story is far from over, as the legal process continues for the charged individuals and the potential for further investigation remains a subject of speculation, but this new disturbing rumor adds a layer of difficulty and personal trauma to the narrative that is deeply concerning. Fighting against something as pervasive and emotionally charged as a viral rumor about being incarcerated and abused is a monumental task. It requires not only legal efforts, but a constant struggle in the public domain to counter a narrative that, however false, has captured attention. This situation demands close monitoring and a commitment to discerning fact from the disturbing fiction that can spread online. The legal cases,
but I don't want to do that right now. I want to get right into this. I want to bring on Elizabeth Milner, law and crimes reporter, who is in that courtroom for another
ongoing speculation and the battle against harmful misinformation are all part of a complex and rapidly evolving story that has significant implications for Lil Baby and the wider world he inhabits. To ensure you get the most accurate information, understand the legal context, and see through the sensationalized claims to the verifiable facts as this extraordinary situation unfolds, you need to be connected to reliable updates. Don't miss out on any developments in this high-stakes narrative. Hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel right now and stay fully informed as we navigate this complex and challenging story together. Lil Baby, whose real name is Dominique Armani Jones, has not been a stranger to legal challenges. His life and career have often intersected with the law, reflecting both the complexities of his background and the intense scrutiny faced by prominent figures in the rap industry.
He was convicted on his charges. He's not facing light time. He's facing life in prison. Now, last time I reported on this story, we had little info about the man he's accused of murdering, beyond that he was an aspiring rap artist signed to his label.
Lil Baby's journey as an artist has always been deeply tied to his roots in Atlanta, a city known for its vibrant music scene, but also its struggles with systemic inequality, poverty, and crime. These factors have shaped his artistry and public persona, making him both relatable to fans who share similar experiences and vulnerable to legal entanglements. For Lil Baby, navigating fame hasn't just meant dealing with the pressures of stardom, it has also involved grappling with the consequences of past decisions, associations, and societal expectations placed upon artists from marginalized communities. 2017 arrest and charges, one of the earliest significant legal hurdles for Lil Baby, came in 2017 when he was arrested on charges related to drug possession and possession of a firearm. This incident occurred just as he was beginning to gain traction in the music scene, marking a pivotal
but that's not the question that he asked at the time.
I'm not asking what Mr. Stillwell thought.
But Rito the Vixen don't even pretend to be a credible source. So the fact that they're now using her to indict Lil Baby, it's kind of like, bruh. Really, bruh? Now, she's at the key of this, by the way. Like, she's the one who is testifying that Lil Baby is a gang leader. Lil Baby is the gang leader of 4PF. He's the one who started this gang war. Lil Baby got money on people's heads. And apparently they done bought.
Dominic Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
To me, this is nonsense and BS, bruh. Ops being paranoid because they are out here harming people who are close to me, being paranoid that me, the bagman, me, the rich rapper, may have some money on their heads because they're doing foul things. That's y'all proof that I'm involved in this gang war? That's y'all proof that I should be brought in for a RICO?
That surprises everybody. So we need to get some clarity from you. Okay, so can you listen really carefully to what his question is and answer that question? And then if your answer is still the same, we need to ask some follow-up of you. Okay, go ahead.
In the songs that we reviewed, Mr. Stillwell claimed to have beat a homicide, correct? Or
Correct.
beat a murder rap, beat a homicide.
Correct.
Okay.
These people, we know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
I'm not sure, all right, because J-Shot is still alive and well. Maybe they were plotting on J-Shot, but nonetheless, though, they have those messages. Now, they also have a wiretap of them having a conversation. Now, on that wiretap, though, one of them actually implicated Lil Baby and said they feel like Lil Baby got money on their heads.
Sanders, the wiretap target, an unidentified gentleman that goes by the name Unc, or he's being referred to as Unc.
I'm going to object to this slide again.